Hello. In this video, we're going to go over the materials you need in order to pin most insects. So generally, you're going to need size 2 pins. These are insect or entomology specific pins. You don't want to use sewing needles or any other type of pin. Styrofoam, I just have a big block that I'm using. It's a couple inches deep, and so you want something like that. You want some forceps. And the insects, of course, and then the locality label that is associated with your insect. Now for most orders, you're going to want to insert the pin on the dorsal side between the forewings, and that should put the pin right around that second pair of legs. And so that segment you're going through is called the mesothorax, and this is around the middle of the insect most of the time. And so you can see on this fly right here, it goes right between the forewings. It goes all the way through. It comes out around that second pair of legs. And the insect is nice and straight on the pin. Now, to make a proper label, you're going to want to follow this formula. You'll have the country, the state, and the county, along with the general location, the GPS coordinates, the day.month.year, the name of the collector, and then the collection method. So for these earwigs, for example, we've got USA, Utah, Utah County, the coordinates, the city. We have the date in numbers, and then the month you do in Roman numerals. That's just because if other countries or other places switch the order of date and month, anybody can look at this and they'll know that the month is right there in the middle, and then the year. And you're going to want to do the year with all 4 digits, so 2025. You don't want to do just 25, because that could be 1825, 1925, or 2025, because insects last so long. And then the last thing is the collection method. Now, the collection method should be useful. Saying something like my car isn't really useful. That doesn't tell a scientist or someone in a museum how you actually found that insect. But instead, if you said something like caught with a light sheet or found skimming a pond, that gives them more information on how to find your insect and where to collect it. So for these earwigs examples, I found them inside some flowers, and so that's what I put right there. And so that's generally what you'll need to pin most insects. And then one other thing is, when pinning for scientific use, like for a class or if it's going in a museum, you want the insect to be tight and not take up any space. And so what I mean by that is, if you see here, I have 2 cicadas and 2 katydids. These are spread or pinned more for display. They look really cool and you can see a lot that's going on, but they also take up a ton of space. You can see these are more what you would want for scientific use. So they're nice and tight, and they're not going to have stuff that breaks off or takes up a ton of room.